In functional health, what we try and do is we address the body as a whole to be able to address your concerns in your reproductive system. Though it is showing in your reproductive system, it's your entire body at play there. So let's try and look at the lifestyle aspects and the different elements in your life that you can address, that you have control over, to be able to develop a healthy periods. Okay, the first one would be lifestyle, obviously. And we all know how today's lifestyle has changed. We are all pulling all-nighters, we are going out often, we have a lot of junk food in our diet, we have poor exercise activity, people exercise only to lose weight. Our lifestyle has changed, we are all sedentary, we are looking into the screens, our social element. There are so many things that has happened. So according to you, what are the things that we should be working on?
All humans have a 24-hour cycle based on which you're secreting hormones, your behavior is regulated, your appetite, your metabolic activities, digestive activities, all of these functions are regulated by the circadian rhythm. This all humans have. But women... All organisms have. But women have an infradian rhythm which is superimposed on the circadian cycle, which is a 28-day cycle, which is on top of the 24-hour cycle. So it's important that both of these are in balance in order to make sure that all your hormones are in balance, your periods are regular, your periods are pain-free, you have great reproductive health. So when it comes to sleep and rest and relaxation, it's not just the number of hours you sleep that matters, it's also about when do you sleep, what activities do you do at night, right? So this is one important fact.
I think something that I hear a lot is people going to bed very late, probably around 1 o'clock. They wake up due to different reasons, maybe early, but they try to catch up on the lost sleep later throughout the day. So they assume that getting an 8-hour sleep at any point in the 24-hour is enough. But like she said, it's not about the how much time you get to sleep, it's about when you go to sleep and when you wake up.
There has even been studies that show that women who do night shift work have many-fold risk of having menstrual irregularities, issues related with periods, and even infertility.
So it's very important that you balance your sleep cycle with nature. It's not just about sleeping at any time, it's about going to sleep when the nature wants you to go to sleep. Okay, the next would be exercise.
Yeah. Exercise, not just in terms of exercising for maybe 1 or 1.5 hours in the morning and then sitting the whole day. So you're kind of cancelling out the effect. I would say exercise and movement. So timely exercise that builds your muscles, improves your body composition, balances your hormones, and even having a lifestyle wherein you're constantly moving.
I think after COVID, everybody just gets up from bed and sits on the table, or they don't even get up from bed, they're just opening the laptop in bed. So a lot of things have changed after post-COVID. People have, like we see a lot of clients because of work from home situation, people don't move at all. Throughout the day, they're just sitting. So just like Thasleena said, it's not just about exercise, it's also having a lifestyle that helps you move around a lot. But specifically speaking about exercise, what needs to be done?
So exercise in terms of kind of exercises that actually work in relation to improving your body composition. So when it comes to exercise, we only focus on it when you need to lose weight or somebody advises you to exercise for some conditions like maybe PCOD or endometriosis or something like that. But the actual focus of exercise should actually be on improving your muscle mass, your body composition.
Muscle has the power to control almost every hormone in your body. So yeah. So talking about muscles, insulin is a hormone that has to be talked about, because most of the time what we miss out when we talk about hormone dysfunctions is the big impact insulin has. And in fact, insulin resistance is actually the starting point for almost everything, every disorder that we see. And in fact, we can get our insulin levels assessed, like we discuss in most videos.
Yeah. So when we look at the normal dietary pattern that most of us are in, we are actually consuming enough and more of refined grains and refined carbohydrates, and this very dietary pattern is the reason for high levels of insulin and insulin resistance, which then leads to a lot of menstrual health issues like majorly PCOD. So that's what it refers to when it comes to diet, but when it comes to your nutrition, a lot of nutritional deficiencies alone can cause menstrual irregularities and issues related to.
For example, magnesium deficiency can give you severe muscle cramps. But most of the time, when we have a cramp, we don't think about magnesium, we think about methylspas. So, nutritional deficiencies can actually have a big impact on making a healthy period.
Yeah, and then every monthly, you're losing a lot of iron from your body. So, as women, it's important that you
Check your hemoglobin levels, ferritin levels.
exactly, yeah, that you refurbish that lost iron that's going, even protein. When you're losing blood, you're losing protein. So, as women, as we near that phase of menstruation, it's important that you feed your body with a lot of protein, a lot of healthy fats in order to curb inflammation. This inflammation is what drives a lot of cramps and pain, etc. So, it's important to optimize your diet and to optimize your nutritional status. First, get it checked, right?
Yeah, correct. And I think another most important point that I'd like to highlight from my personal experience also is mental health and how much of an impact stress has with respect to your period cycle. So, there are so many studies that talk about how a regular meditation practice or somebody who has good mental health has actually better, healthier periods. So, mental health.
And I think we've already talked about the relationship between cortisol, the stress hormone, and estrogen levels, how that affects your menstrual health.
I specifically done a video about how stress can have an effect on your estrogen levels. So I can maybe link the video.
Last but not the least, the most important factor when it comes to overall health and also menstrual health is your microbiome. This is especially important here because, like we discussed earlier, all your hormones are dipping and rising, dipping and rising. So the hormones that have actually done its duty needs to be eliminated from the body. Unless and until it's eliminated, or if it just stays in your body as it is, it's a toxin. Yeah, so estrogen can be a toxin if it is not eliminated timely. And who does this job of biotransforming and eliminating hormones? Your microbiome. The healthy bacteria in your gut is responsible for eliminating the hormones that have completed its duty. So this timely elimination is extremely important, and if you don't have a well functioning gut, you're very prone to hormonal dominances like estrogen dominance.
Most of the time in a conventional system, what we tend to hear with respect to the hormone dysfunction like PCOD, endometriosis is you deal with it when you're planning to conceive, or when you get married, we can deal with it, or when you're having a baby, then it becomes a concern. But just like we discussed right now, there are ways to address it right now. You don't have to suffer like this. There are ways in which you can actually work on your lifestyle, diet, nutrition, gut health, and actually you can fix your period health and your reproductive health.
So your period is not just your monthly cycle, it is the most powerful indicator of a woman's health and well-being. In fact, it's called the fifth vital sign.